I mean, I presume everyone coming in here and watching afterwards knows about the awful tragedy of Harvey, the son of Gillian Sherritt and Stephen Morrison, who was so badly failed by the state, waited for so long for his operation, and then died just over 3 weeks ago. And his parents, Stephen and Gillian, have, very, very bravely and sacrificingly have spoken out themselves and called for a protest this Saturday for justice for Harvey and to ensure that no other children face what he has faced. And it really, it's quite incredible at a time when they're grieving, that they're going on, like Stephen was on News Talk yesterday, I think, giving an extended interview showing what happened to Harvey and why things need to change, why we can't have hundreds of children waiting for so long for operations that they desperately need. I'd also say there's a kind of a cruel irony in the fact that there's children waiting for operations they need and not getting them, and then there's other children, hundreds of children, being given unnecessary operations, in particular the hip dysplasia operations. I've been working with the advocacy group there, and they're making the point in terms of Simon Harris of the absolute failed promises back in 2017 when he was recently became Minister for Health. He said that by the end of the year no children will be waiting longer than 4 months for these necessary operations for scoliosis, and yet still there's children waiting years and years. He then failed to meet with Stephen and Gillian after saying in the Dáil that he would, and he didn't take into account all of the efforts of the advocacy groups who were calling out the scandal of CHI. And obviously we've seen so many facets of that scandal of CHI. We need a public inquiry to get to the bottom of it and to ensure that it cannot happen again. And the only way we're going to get those things, the only way, for example, in relation to the hip dysplasia scandal, that we're going to ensure that the families are at the centre of the audit that happens, and that they get a crucial say in how it's determined whether operations were necessary or unnecessary. The only way we get any of these things is by building pressure outside the Dáil on the government. And that's why this Saturday's protest, which is at 2 p.m. at the Garden of Remembrance, is so important. So just really strongly encourage people to do everything they can to turn out there and to spread the word as well as you can.